Right now, which Wisconsin representatives are voting yes and no on a bill to protect gay marriage?
Also, a 4-year-old sexual assault case involving a Badger football player is back in the headlines. The new ruling in the lawsuit over how UW handled it.
And another warm day is on tap. We'll tell you if there's any changes on the way coming up.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynch-Shine.
And I'm Chris Stamford. Congress trying to get out in front of another landmark decision from the nation's highest court. Democrats
are trying to protect same-sex and interracial marriage from the possibility of being overturned by the Supreme Court. Shane Hogan is here with where things stand this morning. Good morning, Shane.
Good morning, Leah. The Democrat-led House of Representatives voted last night to pass a bill that would preserve protections for same-sex marriage into federal law. The bipartisan final vote was 267 to 157, with 47 Republicans joining Democrats to pass the bill. At the forefront of the push to protect marriage rights is Congressman Mark Pocan.
We're just getting ready for anything. We realize that, when you have a Supreme Court that is willing to overturn half-century law, which is something I don't think Supreme Courts in the past have really done, we realize that there is a role for the legislative body to get this clarified.
The bill also extends protections to interracial couples as well, and it is unclear right now whether the bill can pass in the Senate, where at least 10 Republicans would need to join with Democrats to overcome the filibuster's 60-vote threshold. So here's a look at how Wisconsin representatives voted. There were 4 total yeas, including Pocan, Ron Kind, Gwen Moore, and Republican Brian Stile, who represents Wisconsin's 1st District. And there were also 4 total nay votes as well. Those came from Representatives Fitzgerald, Gallagher, Grothman, and Tiffany. And earlier yesterday, a number of Democratic lawmakers took part in a demonstration in D.C. for abortion rights. At least 17 Democratic House members were arrested for civil disobedience.
Shane Hogan keeping an eye on developments outside of D.C. Thank you very much, Shane. A federal judge is dismissing a lawsuit filed against the UW alleging the university reinstated former Badgers receiver Quintez Cephas without consulting the woman who accused him of sexual assault in 2018.
A jury acquitted Cephas of charges in 2019, and the school readmitted him. The woman then sued in 2020, alleging the university shut her out of the reinstatement decision in violation of federal gender equity laws. Now, a judge has ruled that she didn't provide enough evidence that the laws were violated, and nothing required UW officials to notify her of Cephas's reinstatement.
A company that provides guarantees for student loans wants to help eligible people learn how to apply for a national forgiveness program. Ascendium is teaming up with local nonprofits here in Dane County to educate those who might be eligible. The Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program recently expanded its eligibility criteria. Now frontline, essential, and nonprofit workers can apply. The program is for those who work at nonprofits or in government jobs. After 10 years of working, if those workers still have loans, they will be forgiven.
During the waiver period so far, we've seen an average forgiveness of $65,000. So that's a life changer for many.
Student loan waivers that have been in place since the start of the pandemic will end at the end of October. 6:03 now. Thousands of men and women across Wisconsin are getting stalled trials, due in large part to overwhelmed and understaffed public defenders.
Our Naomi Coles reports this morning on the growing caseload crisis.
It took 16 tries for Dante Wilson to get a public defender after the first had to leave his case. The Blake teenager is accused of killing another teen last Labor Day, and his case has barely begun.
This case is not uncommon for the problem that is occurring right now all over the state.
Janesville-based regional attorney manager Fawn Moses, a public defender of more than 10 years, says it's these kinds of cases that are the hardest to find lawyers for.
Specifically for high-level felony cases, we don't have a lot of attorneys on our certification list to take those kinds of cases. So when we have those cases come to our office, it's a struggle to find attorneys that take those cases.
It didn't used to be this way. Rural Wisconsin counties have typically struggled to hire and keep public defenders, but places like Madison and Milwaukee have historically been better equipped. Not anymore.
The impact on the clients is huge.
The state public defender's office told me their open cases have skyrocketed, specifically 32,000 pre-pandemic to 64,000 in May. During that time, the legislature has only given them them one new position. So while their caseloads doubled by the thousands, they also went from 344 trial division attorney positions to 345. Keeping those positions filled, that's a story all its own.
We're losing our attorneys, and then those cases then have to be reassigned to someone else. So they're in the court system for even longer, making sure someone else is getting up to speed on those cases.
When they can't take the cases, public defenders try to get private attorneys to help. They usually want to, but their own backlog is filling up.
They want to help us, they want to help out, they want to take our cases, but they are so overwhelmed.
That was Naomi Coles reporting. Be sure to join her and Fawn Moses this Sunday on For the Record for the full conversation on the issue.
New this morning, Madison police are looking for a rental car that was stolen from a hotel on the west side. It happened on Commerce Drive near the Princeton Club location there. Officers say the car was a Kia or a Hyundai. The guest, not from Wisconsin, so they weren't aware about the rise in thefts of those specific cars.
In Los Angeles, a Delta flight made a landing at LAX following reported technical issues. The airport confirms there are no injuries, and the fire department came as a precaution. Video shows what appears to be multiple detached tires on the runway. All passengers were shuttled to another terminal where Delta is said to be making further arrangements for the travelers while the plane is inspected.
6:06. Let's turn it over to Julian Seawright with your certified most accurate first warn forecast. We call him Sunrise Julian here at News 3 Now.
That's right. And even though Sunrise Julian is here to brighten up our days, a bit of that cloud cover starting to block a bit of that sunrise for us. But the good news is that it's just another typical summer day for us. We're going to stay on the dry side throughout the course of our morning, especially heading into the afternoon. But that cloud cover will start to break just a bit as more sunshine is going to really just bask us as we get into the afternoon hours. Temperatures will hold into the middle and upper 70s, and we're once again going to stay on the rather dry side. Here in southern Wisconsin, going to be looking at not much in terms of precipitation, but it's still going to be rather humid. Around 66 degrees is our dew point here in Madison, but take a look at our friends to the east. From Janesville to Juneau in itself, we're looking into tropical level type of dew points for us. It feels like Florida for those areas, so folks, make sure that you're staying hydrated. You're definitely going to be sweating throughout the course of the day. Temperatures this morning are rather warm. 75 degrees in Madison with 73 in Janesville, 69 into Platteville as we're waking up. And those upper 60s and those middle 70s is not the most comfortable start to our Wednesday morning. The cold front that swept through was rather weak, so things are not going to be that much improved as we continue throughout the course of the day. And on top of it, we're still going to see rather dry conditions as we get into our afternoon. Some areas just outside of the Dells, mainly north of Dane County, could see a couple of shower pop up briefly, but overall it's going to be rather dry throughout the course of the day, and especially as we get into our Wednesday nights. Transitioning into Thursday morning, things will not be nearly as mild, but still going to be into those upper 60s, plenty of open sky, and then we're going to warm up once again into those upper 80s by the time we get into our Thursday evening. And again, it's going to be rather humid, so it's still going to feel a bit more above unseasonably around this time of year as we get into our Thursday night. Concerts on the Square is going to be rather humid, but again, still not too uncomfortable as we get into the rest of our evening. Plenty of open sky for us is going to be expected, but outside of it, folks, we're not going to be looking at much in terms of changes until we get into our weekend. A few things we'll need to know is that it's going to stay very warm. It's going to stay humid until we start to see a break as we have storm chances returning and a cold front that will sweep through coming into our Saturday nights, into our Sunday. That's where we're going to start to see a dip into those temperatures back into the lower 80s, which is much more seasonable around this time of year. Us in Madison, around 82 degrees is what we're typically expecting, but we've been above that throughout the course of this week, but we'll finally get back to close to normal as we get into next week. And the good news is we haven't had much water this week. We're finally going to get some rain.
All right, there we go. Thanks, Julian. To campaign 2022 now, the U.S. is on alert for the midterm elections. That's from the directors of the FBI and the National Security Agency. Yesterday, the FBI director warned that foreign countries are looking to interfere with this election cycle. They say hybrid threats may include situations where foreign operatives use cyber content to sow, quote, panic or lack of confidence in our midterms.
Filmmaker Steven Spielberg, the most commercially successful director of all time, apparently wants Governor Evers to get reelected. He donated $20,000 to the Wisconsin governor's reelection campaign. That's according to a tally released this week. Spielberg and his wife, actress Kate Capshaw, were among 31 people who gave the governor the maximum $20,000 donation that's allowed under election law.
Coming up, a trial now underway involving a close ally to Donald Trump. What the defense and prosecutors were arguing over.
And Consumer Reports is helping you cool down your car on these hot summer days. Stay with us.
iMart Express owns selection, price, and speed. Need single vision? Get 2 pairs for just $38.71. Progressives 2 for $76.92. Nobody beats us, guaranteed. iMart Express. Right glasses, right price, right now.
Remember as a kid, if you could dream it, you could do it? Well, you still can. Now during the Ford Summer Supercharged sales event. And with great offers on select Ford vehicles, just move on. You'll not only bring back the fun, you'll supercharge it. So when the sun goes down, you'll just be getting started. Now place your order and lock in 2.9% APR for 60 months on select F-150 trucks and you're protected, even if rates go up before your order comes in.
Cool your kids and yourself when you sleep under a quality ceiling fan from Madison Lighting. Quiet, powerful, reliable. Your new fans will run for a fraction of the cost of air conditioning. All fans are on sale till July 25th. Madison Lighting on Watts Road.
We're not just massage envy. We're also facials that get your skin glowing envy. We're talking, dang girl, you look good kind of envy.
All right, tell me your secret and lunch is on me.
Through August 14th, try your first facial and get a free enhancement plus 20% off select skincare products. Terms apply. Massage envy facials, where better begins.
Hi, I'm Tom Nelson, Outagamie County Executive Candidate for the U.S. Senate, and I approve this message. Democrats like me, not from Madison, Milwaukee, have a whole different approach. We have a different touch, a different cast. Oh, we read good books. Not the biggest pocketbooks. I've won 6 times in Trump country by pulling for what matters. Jobs, Medicare for all, union rights, women's rights, a planet in crisis. I'll fight the extremism in Washington by pulling for all Wisconsin.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Donate today.
It's Wow Wednesdays at Hy-Vee. This Wednesday, Nathan's Beef Franks, only $2.99. Sweet corn, 12 for only $5. Folgers coffee, only $6.99. And Gatorade 8-packs, only $3.99. Wednesday only. And save even more during Red, White, and Fuel. Right now, save up to $7.21 per gallon with your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card. And visit HyVeeDeals.com for even more deals.
How do we make your glasses the same day? It's all done in store. Our skilled techs handle your glasses from start to finish, getting them back the same day. Quality, affordable glasses made in store, only at iMart Express.
You are watching News 3 Now this morning.
Former Trump campaign head and strategist Steve Bannon chuckled as he entered a D.C. federal courthouse for day 2 of his contempt of Congress trial. Bannon was indicted after refusing to cooperate with a subpoena from the House January 6 committee. Both sides finalized a jury of 12 people and 2 alternates before opening statements started yesterday afternoon. But attorneys spent the first half of the day arguing over whether a letter sent between the committee and Bannon would be admissible as evidence.
I'm totally so ashamed of the Congress today for sending staffers over here to try to sell their case. They should be here. The senior people on the committee shouldn't have to send staffers. They should send themselves. Thank you.
After brief opening statements, federal prosecutors called their first witness, House January 6 committee staff lawyer. Meantime, the committee is preparing to move forward with the next public hearing, which is scheduled for later this week.
The chairman of the January 6th committee has tested positive for COVID-19. Democratic Mississippi Representative Benny Thompson's office confirmed the news today, but they say it won't impact Thursday's primetime hearing, even if the chairman can't be there. Just about 6:15 now. The last thing you want to do on a hot day like today is get into a hot car. Consumer Reports has some advice to get a quick cool down for your ride. The first thing to know about quick cooling, movement is your friend, so this isn't the time to use your car's remote start. It won't do much to cool down your car, and you'll be wasting fuel.
Your car's air conditioning works much better when you're actually driving. because the faster the engine turns, the faster the AC compressor runs, which lets the system cool more effectively.
Start driving, turn on the air conditioner, and open all the windows for 10 to 20 seconds. Next, crank the fan. Once cold air starts flowing through the vents, roll up the front windows, but keep the rear ones cracked for another 10 to 20 seconds to pull the cold air to the back of the car. And if you have passengers in the back seat, make sure you turn off recirculation mode so the air in the back doesn't get stale and hot.
Adjust the AC temperature to its lowest setting and make adjustments to the fan speed and direction to keep you comfortable. This will actually make the AC efficient, will dry out the air more, and can save some fuel.
Another tip from CR, if you've got a newer car with an auto start-stop system, you may want to turn it off if that's an option. This feature saves fuel by shutting off the car's engine when you're stopped, but it may also shut off the car's AC compressor, something you'll want to keep running while stuck in stop-and-go traffic on your way to the beach. And when you get a chance, check your cabin air filter to make sure it's clean. A dirty filter prevents optimal airflow, and on a hot day, you don't want anything between sweaty you and the sweet, cold air.
Learning a few things this morning.
Yeah.
Hey, next week's Restaurant Week, and we are celebrating right now by giving you a chance to win a couple of free meal vouchers at one of the participating restaurants.
All you have to do is answer our question of the day. Today we're asking which restaurant has the best cheese curds. I know you have an opinion, folks. Just head on over to channel3000.com/contests. Answer today's question of the day. We're doing this for a week straight, so you can take part in Restaurant Week next week for free.
No right or wrong answer. Just tell us what you think. We've been talking about cheese curds this morning. It's making me very hungry. My wife and I recently went to Cadre and had some very delicious goat cheese curds with some chili honey and some pickled radish.
Yum.
That were off the charts.
Oh, you're killing me right now. Woo, we've been talking about this all morning. I would really like to hear from viewers on some new suggestions. I'm always going to the old-fashioned. I suggested Craftsman Table. Julian thought that Buck and Honey's had some good ones.
He said they slapped.
Yes, they do.
Cheese curds slapped.
Exactly like the desk sounded. Yes, they were slappers. Oh my gosh.
We're learning new lingo here on News 3 Now this morning.
Good stuff.
Julian Seawright also keeping track of your first warn weather for your Wednesday. Hey, Julian.
That's right, because this weekend we're finally going to see some changes. It's been hot, humid, and it has been dry, but we are looking and tracking some showers and storms to be possible for our Friday nights going into our Saturday, which is why the SPC has even issued a marginal risk for us to see some strong to even severe storms going into our Friday nights. But again, this would be for our Friday nights. The majority of Friday in itself will be fine, folks, even though it will feel like another summer day. Here's what we're going to be looking at heading into the weekend. Our long range is going to be showing us some rain chances throughout much of central and southern Wisconsin. It's going to carry into our early Saturday morning, but then most of Saturday in itself, again, is going to be opening back up for us. But we do have shower and storm chances throughout our Saturday evening and night. And then going into our Sunday, well, things are going to be shaping up to be rather dry once again. But it's going to be a hot summer day for our Saturday and our Sunday. Not so much, as we'll be back into those lower 80s. But the good news is over the next 10 days, we're actually looking at some better chances for us to see some rain, especially after a week of just some dry conditions for us. Now, taking a quick look at our traffic as of right now, as we're getting our 6 morning commutes going, well, things around the Beltline are smooth as butter, as we're all green onto the Beltline and for the interstate as well. That's going to do it for our traffic update. So I'll toss it back to you guys.
Julian Seawright, thank you very much. More local news now. One of the first events bringing more than just golfers to the newly named Glen Golf Park kicks off tomorrow. Formerly called Glen Way, the newly renovated space just off of Mineral Point Road reopened last week with an expanded purpose.
More than just a golf course now. The space is opening up for community events like movies, music, and more. All sorts of stuff. And we got a special guest in studio this morning to tell us all about it.
Yeah, here to talk about it is Lisa Laschinger, excuse me, with how folks can take part in this and fit it into their schedule. Good morning.
Good morning.
So tell us where you got the idea to open up the golf course to more than just golfers.
Absolutely. In 2019, Common Council and the mayor created the Task Force on Municipal Golf, and that body, made up of 9 members, came up with 10 recommendations in their final report, one of which was that we should explore ways to make the course more open to people who are not golfers. And there were a number of other recommendations, including that we should focus on access and inclusivity of our programming. So following that work, we actually had a number of private donors step forward. One family in particular that renovated the entire course. And then that was the Michael and Jocelyn Kaiser family. Sure. Following that, we worked with Zebra Dog to rebrand the golf course to the Glen Golf Park. And so we've developed this programming plan. The clubhouse has been completely renovated through a grassroots effort led by Supreme Structures, and all of this has been done in partnership with the Madison Parks Foundation. So continuing on that relationship, we have a number of different programs scheduled for the summer. This week is the first of the real programming that we've started to implement. So we have some fitness sessions. Tomorrow night we'll have Bar 3, and then we'll have some live music series. We have Live at the Glen, a performing arts series that's actually sponsored by the Madison Parks Foundation.
Very cool.
All right, we will talk more about the upcoming events in the next half hour, right?
Yes, yes we will.
All right, so stick around and we want to learn all about it.
Lisa, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Coming up next, some advice for new dads.
And coming up in our next half hour, Madison planning an expansion of a program to help serve more residents without getting police involved. More on the MPD Cares program.
This portion of News 3 Now is brought to you by Shopko Optical.
I'm Tim Michaels. Commanding the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier was an honor beyond measure. America is a miracle of countless sacrifices from unknown patriots. Honoring that is our duty. But today, America is under attack by radicals trying to tear down everything that makes America great. This is a fight we cannot lose. I'm Tim Michaels. I'm running for governor to help save the America that those before saved for us.
I'm here for
your annual eye exam.
Because I'm having trouble
Reading.
Exactly.
They sort of make me feel...
Like I'm the most fabulous thing you've ever seen?
Exactly.
I'll take them.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now, there's Skyrizi. Things are getting clearer. I feel free to bare my skin. Yeah, that's on me. Nothing and me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin. That's my new plan. Nothing is everyday. Achieve clearer skin with Skyrizi. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clearer skin at 4 months. In another study, most people had 90% clearer skin even at 4 years. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses. It's my moment, so I just gotta say, nothing is everyday.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to.
Nothing is everyday. Now's the time to ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Shop the Lowe's Bath Style and Save event now, in-store and online.
Oh, great. My wireless bill just went up.
Should have gone with US Cellular. They aren't raising prices on any of their plans.
Seriously?
Yeah, my price won't increase.
Well, that is refreshing. I feel like everywhere you turn these days, prices are going up.
Supply chain got us too. Don't get me started on the overhead costs.
At US Cellular, every plan for everyone is price protected.
You know, I respect a female entrepreneur.
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
For the plunge you never thought they'd take. For the day you never thought would come. For all the years that have come and gone.
For all those special moments that make life worth living. Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Welcome back with Leah and her husband, Zach, expecting now, which we are all so excited for. I've got a little bit of dad advice.
Do ya?
For Zach. You need a baby carrier as a dad. Got to strap that kiddo on so you can get some stuff done. I've got some pictures of one I've used with my kiddos over the years. You think about this, it's like, oh, I want to take them to an event, or I want to go for a walk, and I'll put them on instead of put them in a stroller or something like that.
Aww.
I used it just to get stuff done around the house. If I needed to wash the dishes or pick something up, or whatever I needed to do, that baby was on. Because sometimes they just fuss and they want to be close to you, and this is an awesome way to get some stuff done and be close to your kiddos.
I mentioned we're super interested in this. Anyway, you always see dads and moms carrying their kids on their back when they're hiking, so we were interested in that. You mentioned they should be facing you first.
Yeah, so when they're little, kind of similar to car seats, they reach a certain age where you got to flip them around.
Oh,
so it's because their head.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
So yeah, you want to keep them facing towards you when they're really little. I forget exactly how long it is. It's like for the first 3 to 6 months or something like that, because their head wobbles around like this.
Oh gosh!
If you're not supporting it right.
This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
And then when their neck muscles get stronger and they can support their head, you can turn them around, and then they can see the world. Usually they fall asleep in the thing after a couple of minutes. So.
That's ideal. Get a nap in and some work. I love it.
There you go, multitasking.
Did Amy have you carrying around the baby for the most part?
I love doing it, and it's a great way to pick up your load as a dad while still getting stuff done around the house.
Zach, hope you're listening. Good advice there. Chris, we appreciate it. Thank you for thinking of us.
Yeah, I'll try to do this every once in a while.
I appreciate that.
Take it well with a grain of salt. I still don't know what the heck I'm doing with my kiddos. So.
We need it. We definitely need it. Hey, do we have time for weather?
Yeah, I guess we do now. We're going to be taking a look at a warm-up heading into the weekend, but then cooling down next week, guys. We'll have more weather and news coming up in just a few moments.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe these guys will buy our house.
What could go wrong?
Like rookie home buyers who can lower or cancel offers without notice. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
And my economic plan is moving this country in a better direction.
What planet is he living on? Record gas prices, 40-year high inflation, costing Wisconsin families over $8 grand a year. Sorry, Joe, that's the wrong direction. Here on planet Earth, Senator Johnson voted against Biden's massive deficit spending that sparked inflation, and he passed tax cuts to help Wisconsin families survive the economic turmoil caused by Democrats.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
What's so great about being a Pick and Save Boost member? Free delivery on the Pick and Save products you love, and more rewards like double fuel points. Boost by Pick and Save Fresh Perks, a new level of membership starting as low as $59 a year. Learn more at pickandsave.com.
It's a lovely day today, so whatever you've got to do, you got a lovely day to do it in, that's true. And I hope...
Cars built with safety in mind, even for those guys. The Volkswagen Atlas with standard front assist. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today to learn more about the spacious 2022 Atlas. Limited inventory available.
Sure feels good when you get it right. And with the #1 power toothbrush brand recommended by dental professionals, Philips Sonicare makes it easy for you to always get brushing right.
It's always time for Papa Murphy's. And now you can get any medium 2-topping pizza for just $6.99. Now that's meaty-yum. Papa Murphy's. We make great pizza so you can make the pizza great. Order online today at papamurphys.com.
Won't you come with me to the Wisconsin? Great state of Wisconsin State Fair.
Wisconsin State Fair, presented by U.S. Cellular, August 4th through the 14th.
Outlaw. That's what can happen because of the Supreme Court, and Ron Johnson's with them. The Supreme Court's decision ended abortion services in Wisconsin, and Ron Johnson supported the decision, making it illegal in Wisconsin, even in cases of rape and incest. Doctors can be prosecuted, a woman's right to choose criminalized. Johnson even said, if you don't like it, you can move. Ron Johnson's not for us. SMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
These guys will buy our house without even seeing it.
Online buyers make offers that seem attractive at first, only to lower or cancel at the last minute. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
Right now, authorities in central Wisconsin are investigating after human remains were found.
It's the last day to vote by mail. How the state ruling on ballot boxes will impact your rules for next month's primary.
And summer heat continues, but when could we see relief? We'll take a look coming up.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Leah Lynchide.
And I'm Chris Stanford. We are following some breaking news this morning. We have details on a fatal crash in Dodge County. It happened just after 12:30 this morning. A 59-year-old man was ejected from his vehicle after losing control on a curve. It all happened on County Highway G in the township of Westford. A Dodge County Sheriff's deputy found the driver near the vehicle and began life-saving measures, but the 59-year-old was ultimately transported to a hospital where he died. And news out of Port Edwards this morning, where there's an active crime scene after maintenance workers found skeletal human remains in the Wisconsin River.
Our Shane Hogan is here this morning with what we know so far. Shane.
Thanks, Leah. At about 11:30 yesterday morning, the workers came across bones in the water due to lowered water levels near the Port Edwards Dam, and the Sheriff's Department arrived on the scene and ended up determining those were in fact human bones and remains, and they began recovery efforts right away. Wood County Sheriffs received help from the Wisconsin Rapids Fire Department with a boat search of the surrounding area. And during that search, a couple of clothing items were located, including a work boot. But as of right now, officials say there is nothing to identify this person.
This part of the river is being drawn down a little bit more, which will assist us tomorrow as we continue the search efforts. We're going to have some divers come out here since obviously some of the remains were found in the water.
And for now, the remains are at the coroner's office at the Sheriff's Department. Officials say they hope to be able to use dental records to make an identification soon. And just a heads up, if you're in that area, it is still an active crime scene, so they are asking the public to stay away from that area for now.
All right, Shane Hogan reporting there. Thank you, Shane. And a developing story this morning, a 15-year-old boy has drowned in a pond at a campground near Lodi. Columbia County deputies were called to the Smoky Hollow campground yesterday evening after a report of a teenager who'd gone underwater and hadn't come up. First responders found the 15-year-old roughly 50 minutes after they were last seen. The teen was taken to a hospital and pronounced dead.
Today is the last day Wisconsin residents can register early for the August primary. If you were hoping to get an absentee ballot by mail, it's the last day you can register for it. You will have to mail it back or return it to the clerk's office in person, since all the ballot boxes in the state are no longer in use. If you don't register today, no worries. You can still do it in person on August 9th at your polling place. Meanwhile, election officials from 33 states meeting in Wisconsin this week. They're told to prepare for supply chain issues that could lead to ballot shortages. Election security experts say the supply chain might affect elections until 2026. They were also told, on top of waiting for hardware and ballots, there could be a shortage of I voted stickers.
Last year, the Madison CARES program responded to 674 emergency calls. The program provides mental health assistance without getting police involved.
Our ability to stay with that patient extra time and be able to have that dialogue and build that rapport is really what kind of makes all that difference.
The Madison mayor now announcing an expansion of the CARES program, adding 2 paramedics and 2 crisis workers responding out of the Fish Hatchery Road Station. The location close to the Beltline is meant to help people on Madison's south and west sides. CARES connects patients to facilities like Journey Mental Health or reconnects them to a different system, ideally avoiding a police response altogether. It's a formula that's drawn Attorney General Josh Kaul's attention as one that should be in communities across the state.
This also frees up our law enforcement officers' time so that they can spend a larger share of their time investigating the most serious offenses, including violent crimes, and working to protect public safety.
All someone needs to do to reach a CARES professional is dial 911 and ask. CARES teams work 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., but the mayor expects those hours to expand as soon as next week. If necessary, dispatchers do call on the police department.
Health experts say Omicron's BA.5 subvariant is dominating among cases in the U.S. right now. It's caused 78% of new infections this week. That's up from 69% the week before, according to data from the CDC. We spoke with UW Health's Dr. Jeff Pothoff on what we're seeing at the local level.
In general, hospitals very, very busy, but not necessarily with COVID patients. And the COVID patients that are in the hospital, it's usually pretty even split between those who are admitted with symptoms of COVID and those admitted with other things. But compared to, say, even the Omicron surge in the spring, the rate of hospitalization and certainly the rate of people in the ICU is much lower. So it's more manageable, even though there are probably more cases of BA.5 in the community than what we've seen in a long time.
So not necessarily the case, at least not yet, locally, but nationally and in Europe, the rise of this subvariant has corresponded with an increase in hospitalizations and with deaths.
6:34 now. Let's check in with Julian Seawright, your certified most accurate forecast. Hey there, Julian.
And things are going to remain quiet, but they will also be pretty muggy until the cold front starts to sweep its way through southern Wisconsin for us. So as we can see, some of that cloud cover has increased over the last couple of hours, trying to phase out a little bit of that sunrise for us. But overall, we're still going to be having a sunny morning. And as we get into our lunchtime hour, we'll see temperatures start to warm up near the upper 70s, close to the lower 80s for us. But taking a look at the upper Midwest in itself, staying rather dry, and that's going to be the theme for us throughout today, and especially as we head into tomorrow. But taking a look at our dew points, we are starting to see just to the northwest, the cold front is slowly starting to advance across southern Wisconsin, which is going to be dropping our dew points because of that dry air mass, which is going to start to roll its way in, which is good news for us because it's been overly muggy over the past few days, and not having humidity is going to be nice for a little while until it starts to warm back up once again. Temperatures in this morning, 75 degrees for Madison, 73 in Janesville, and 78 degrees for Plattsville. As we take a look at our surface map, this is the cold front that I was talking about. Right behind it is that dry air mass, which is going to dry things out for a brief moment of time, but we are still going to be looking at humid conditions as we get back into our Thursday and heading into Friday once again. So it's going to be brief relief, but relief nevertheless. By the time we get into our lunchtime hour, temperatures will be into the lower 80s for us, but we can see just the cooler temperatures into those 70s into the northwest until we get into our evening hours, where it's going to warm back up into those lower to middle 80s once again. And we're going to see those dew points start to climb once again for us. Outside of that, folks, it is going to stay rather quiet. May see a couple of brief pop-up showers over the next day, but overnight we're not really going to be seeing much at all. Those heading into the concerts on the square, well, things are going to stay rather warm and the humidity will start to climb just a bit. It's not going to be overly muggy, but still it's going to be noticeable as we go into our concerts on the square. So just prepare for that and also stay hydrated. And the next few days are going to be still unseasonably hot for us as we're into those upper 80s. Yes, it is summer, but still humidities and temperatures into those upper 80s are rather uncomfortable. Then the cold front's coming in this weekend, which will bring us back to more seasonable and also increase our rain chances as we're going into our Saturday, guys.
All right, thank you, Julian. PETA has filed a class action lawsuit on behalf of a California woman who accuses Wisconsin's Lafarge-based Organic Valley Cooperative. They allege that the company misled her into buying its products at premium prices with the false claim that it treats cows with love. The suit contends that co-op members separate newborn calves from distraught mothers. Organic Valley has not responded to questions about PETA's suit.
When it comes to heat waves, climate experts say this isn't just summer being summer. Our current heat waves are supercharged. That can hurt our health, our community, and your wallet.
We recently had a major drought in the center part of the U.S. that cost our country $35 billion. That's with a B. We need to adapt to it, and it means that we need to adapt our infrastructure.
National Security Coordinator John Kirby echoing that sentiment from the White House.
The Pentagon has noted, not just in this administration, but even the previous one, that climate change is a national security issue.
He noted that National Guardsmen and other Army members being called to fight wildfires and other national disasters in the U.S. take away from their military missions.
To eastern Wisconsin now, where community members are upset with Muskego High School's reasoning for passing on a book for the school's AP curriculum. Bruce Harrison reports.
I am hoping to engage with the board at a future board meeting.
Cabby Hong has taught English for more than 20 years, now in Verona, Wisconsin.
When I read the board members' rejection of the Julie Otsuka's book and their rationale as to why they rejected it, I was offended on so many levels.
English teachers in Muskego, Norway School District put forth Julie Otsuka's When the Emperor Was Divine for AP reading, but a school board subcommittee rejected the book.
They said that the American perspective was missing in her novel, and it's written by a Japanese-American novel about Japanese-American characters. So how could the American perspective be missing from this novel?
The book tells the stories of Japanese lives and internment camps during World War II. School board member Kevin Zimmerman says the book was rejected because its selection goes against district policy on discrimination.
From what I heard is somebody from the administration told that committee to pick a book from a non-white author. You can't have that because that's a protected class. You can't discriminate against a race.
Zimmerman says the book is being reviewed at the curriculum committee and still may be approved for class. He says the demonstrators out front don't have the whole story.
It's not accurate. It's not what happened, and it's not being portrayed correctly.
The AAPI Coalition of Wisconsin also says they were told the book is too sad and doesn't present both sides.
Bruce Harrison reporting. It is 20 minutes to 7. Taking a look outside this morning. No problems with traffic here. We'll check in with traffic and see about your weekend rain chances.
And Quick Trip launching a new type of store in Wisconsin. We'll show you what it looks like and where you can find it after the break.
Black Friday appliance deals in July have been extended. Save up to 60% off appliances. Doorbuster microwave, just $39.95. Plus guaranteed delivery within 5 days on all in-stock appliances. At Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
I'm Tim Michaels. Commanding the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier was an honor beyond measure. America is a miracle of countless sacrifices from unknown patriots. Honoring that is our duty. But today, America's under attack by radicals trying to tear down everything that makes America great. This is a fight we cannot lose. I'm Tim Michaels. I'm running for governor to help save the America that those before saved for us.
How do you use your energy? Hitting the ball farther than yesterday? Fielding whatever comes your way? Trying to shine as bright as the sun? At Alliant Energy, we bring more clean, renewable energy to our customers every single day to power what matters to you. Because even during the most powerful moments in our lives, we're not thinking about power, we're thinking about each other. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Fry Construction invites you to celebrate summer with our hot summer sale. We're talking about sizzling savings of 22%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 2 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our hot summer sale. Save 22% off gutters with any full roofing or siding project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
And my economic plan is moving this country in a better direction.
What planet is he living on? Record gas prices, 40-year high inflation, costing Wisconsin families over $8 grand a year. Sorry, Joe, that's the wrong direction. Here on planet Earth, Senator Johnson voted against Biden's massive deficit spending that sparked inflation, and he passed tax cuts to help Wisconsin families survive the economic turmoil caused by Democrats.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Black Friday deals in July have been extended at Ashley. It's your last chance to save up to 60% off doorbusters, plus 60-month special financing, no minimum purchase, and no money down on in-stock items. Don't miss the best Black Friday deals, only at Ashley.
This local burger shack's as small as they come, but its fan base is huge.
They're from all 50 states and all over the world.
What's the secret to their sizzle? Mark Kane takes a bite to find out. Thursday on News 3 Now at 6. Concerts on the Square are back each Wednesday night through August 3rd. Enjoy a performance by the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra with family and friends at this totally free event starting at 7 p.m. Learn more at WCOconcerts.org. You are watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. There's an old space turned new, welcoming your family over to the newly renovated Glen Golf Park.
Yeah, it used to be Glenway Golf Course. Now it's just called the Glen, right?
Yes.
And we have some activities coming up because it's more than just golf now. And Ms. Schlesinger is here with us this morning from the city to talk to us about everything that's new there and some of the events coming up.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you for having me.
What are some of the events that are coming to the Glen? We started this week, right?
Yes, we started this week. Last night we had Panchromatic Steel, a local steel drum performance, band actually. Tomorrow night we have, Thursday, we have Bar 3 from Madison in partnership with the Friends of Lake Wingra, offering Bar 3 on Fairway number 1 starting at 7 o'clock. And then on Friday evening, we have, we're partnering with the Madison Parks Foundation, who is sponsoring our Performing Arts series. And we have live music on the Glen patio on Friday evening.
Cool.
So not as many people are golfing these days. It's kind of no secret there. So cities have to adapt. Golf courses have to adapt to try to bring people into these spaces. Are we with this whole renovation? It's a big investment into this property, and partly through donations. Is the goal here to draw new generations and open it up to more than just golfers?
Yes, absolutely. We would love to, our goal is to connect more people with the space and make more people feel welcome with the space. And ultimately, it would be awesome if we could have more people interested in playing the sport.
So how far out are you scheduled at this point? Do you have a schedule for folks to kind of peruse what they might be interested in?
We do. We have our schedule set up through September, but it continues to evolve.
Sure.
So we're adding programming as people, as we've been approached by some different organizers since our grand reopening celebration back on the 10th. So we have movies, we have one in August and one in September. We have the Performing Arts series. We have the same musician playing this Friday, Vince Sweeney, for three performances, but then we also have the Wisconsin Youth Symphony Orchestra is going to be playing in August. We're working on finalizing a date with them, and we have Spare Time Bluegrass back in September, along with the Ho Chunk is actually partnering with us through the Parks Foundation to offer a singing and dance exhibition.
Wow.
On, I believe it's September 16th.
Hey, very neat.
Real quick, where can people learn more?
They can learn more at the Glen Golf Park website under events and outings.
All right. Well, you might catch me. I used to work at Bar 3, so you might catch me at tomorrow night's event. If I can stay up until 7 p.m., we'll see. Regardless, Lisa, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
All right, let's get over to Julian C. right now on your certified most accurate forecast. Hey, Julian.
Well, our dry trend looks to end by the time we get into our Friday night. SBC has issued a marginal risk for much of central and southern Wisconsin for our Friday to see some storms that could start to fire up that could be strong or even severe for us. So let's take a look at what we're going to be seeing for us. Going into Friday nights, we are looking for our best chance to see some showers that could be more widespread and scattered, and even some thunderstorms that could carry into our early Saturday morning. Once we get into our Saturday afternoon, we are looking for a bit more open sunshine. Once again, our skies will be open for us until we get into our Saturday evening and Saturday night, where we are looking for another opportunity of seeing some showers and even some storms for us here in southern Wisconsin. But again, we're going to be drying out as we head into our Sunday. As we take a look for our weekend Sunday, we do have a shot of seeing some showers or storms, but overall, things are going to start to cool down back to more seasonable for this time of year as we get into our Sunday afternoon. It's going to do it for right now. Let's go ahead and toss it back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Julian. Hey, Quick Trip has a brand new store, and it is a big one. Check it out. It just opened up in La Crosse. It's a third-generation store right on Ward Avenue. Managers say the 9,000-square-foot store offers shoppers a small grocery market experience. Overall, there is a lot more space than we're used to.
The biggest thing you'll see in this store is more space. It's going to be easier to shop, more convenient to shop, more parking so you can even get in and out of the lot much more conveniently.
20 gas pumps there and a separate diesel station. And during the ceremony, Quick Trip given back to the community. They donated $1,000 to the La Crosse Fire Department and the police department's K-9 unit.
Can't wait to check that out.
It sounds big.
Hate to miss a new Quick Trip, let me tell you. It's big news here. Okay, next week here in Madison, Restaurant Week kicks off. We're celebrating by giving you a chance at 2 free meals at one of the participating restaurants.
How about that? Good deal here. So today we're asking question of the day. Which restaurant has the best cheese curds in town? There's no right or wrong answer. We just want you to go to the website and participate and tell us about the cheese curds, and you could win some restaurant vouchers.
People have some hot takes when it comes to their cheese curds. I know it. I want to hear what you folks think. We are looking for some new spaces to check out, so send in your recommendations.
Yeah, go to channel3000.com/contest and submit your answer.
It is 6:49. Coming up in the morning sprint, some local names headed to the big leagues, which area high schools can now call their alum MLB players.
And if you've got a little kiddo turning 3 soon, let us know so we can show their picture on TV. We'll be right back.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
I want to share my story so others can know that they are not alone.
When my mom and dad were first expecting, the pregnancy had complications and there was very little chance of survival. My mom's health was at risk too. She chose to end the pregnancy.
It was my decision, not some politicians.
Every woman should have the right to make her own decision. And I'll fight alongside you every step of the way until you do. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Your mission, stand up to moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or active psoriatic arthritis and take it on with Rinvoq. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that tackles pain, stiffness, swelling. For some, Rinvoq significantly reduces RA and PSA fatigue. It can stop irreversible joint damage. And Rinvoq can leave skin clear or almost clear in PSA. That's Rinvoq Relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Ask your rheumatologist about Rinvoq Relief. Rinvoq. Make it your mission. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Rinvoq.
What can Sono Bello do for you? How about a new shape?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference. Look at this.
New you.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
With Sono Bello, you can remove stubborn body fat permanently in just one visit. Don't wait a moment longer to reveal the new you.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
Right now, you can join Planet Fitness for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. That's an easy path to a fresh frame of mind. It's why you don't see a stationary bike, you see an avenue to more energy. And it's why you don't just see a treadmill, you see a fast lane to more confidence. So while you see tons of equipment in the judgment-free zone, you'll also see endless ways to get glowing and feel fit-tacular.
It's this place, I tell you.
Join Planet Fitness for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, July 20th.
Every day, News 3 Now investigates.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
We start with the first warned traffic note. A heads up for your morning commute just into the newsroom. A crash along I-39 has the 2 left lanes closed. Take a look at that backup, folks. This is at Highway 60, just outside the town of Lodi. That's the closest town here. It happened about an hour ago already, but traffic's still impacted right now. The DOT says it's going to take about 2 hours to clear up. Again, this is on I-39 outside Lodi near Highway 60. Stay with News 3 Now and channel3000.com as we keep an eye on this situation. To our other top stories, 2 more area players are selected in this year's MLB draft. Going early in the 11th round is Columbus High School lefty Christian Oper. The Oakland A's drafted him with the 334th overall pick. He's committed to Florida JUCO Gulf State College first. After a few rounds, Milton High School star shortstop Gavin Killen also taken. He got snatched up by the Red Sox. He was selected 399th overall. He'll play for Louisville starting next year.
Dozens of pro-choice protesters arrested outside the Supreme Court yesterday, including 16 members of Congress. Among them, Representatives Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Cori Bush, and Ilhan Omar. Police say that they arrested the group for civil disobedience and charged with crowding and obstruction. They've since been booked and released.
Madison police are looking for a man they say intentionally tripped someone at an abortion rights protest downtown last month. The victim was left with 2 broken bones. Here's a photo of the man officers are looking for up on your screen right now. Madison police say the victim was documenting the protest. It was on June 24th when the suspect tripped him, the victim catching it all on camera. Anybody who recognizes this man should call Madison area Crime Stoppers.
State wildlife officials say they don't know when they'll release their new wolf management plan. The DNR's current plan dates back to 1999 and calls for capping the statewide population at 350 wolves. The department started working with a stakeholder committee last year to draft a new plan. Their timeline called for releasing the draft of the public review for spring of 2022, but it has not yet been released.
Madison police arresting a man early yesterday following what they call a weeks-long drug investigation. The Dane County Narcotics Task Force, with help from Madison's SWAT team, executed a search warrant at an apartment on Thompson Drive shortly after 1:30 a.m. During the search, officers arrested a 40-year-old man on a parole violation. Police said the man was a convicted felon. They also seized a gun from his home.
Boeing's delivery of 2 new Air Force One planes has been delayed again. Completion of the first of the new presidential planes now not expected for at least another 4 years. That's a 2-year delay from the original contractual dates. Boeing struck the deal to make the 2 new planes in 2018 with then President Donald Trump. At the time, Trump asked for the planes to be ready by 2021.
A wild scene in Brooklyn after a sinkhole opened up there. Whoa! Swallowing a van whole. The entire incident caught on camera there. Crazy. Crews say as of last night, they were still working to clean things up. They say the area will be closed for a week or more while they rebuild the highway. Heavy rain has hit the area recently. Officials, though, aren't sure that weather played a role in the sinkhole.
And just a quick reminder, if you're heading to Concerts on the Square this evening, it's going to be warm and a little humid, so just make sure you're staying hydrated and staying cool. Our 3 things you're going to need to know: it's going to stay muggy and warm throughout the next few days for us, but storm chances return as we head into the weekend. Starting Friday nights, we are looking at some storm chances to roll in for us and cooler temperatures heading into next week, but still rather summery.
Thank you, Julian. Thanks for joining us, folks. Have a great Wednesday.